All right, let's talk a little bit about transitioning from ribbing to stockinette, from stockinette to ribbing. Most of what we're going to be doing with our cuffs, with our bottom of our body, is transitioning from a stockinette stitch to some type of ribbing or edge stitch. Often when you do that, you get this great change in the texture and in the depth of the fiber. Now, sometimes with this yarn, it's particularly noticeable. It's a cotton, it's a little bit thicker than what we're working with. So this is nice and flat, and then this gets to be very, very dense and thick. Usually going from a ribbing to a knit is not such a problem, but sometimes when you make this transition, what happens is your ribbing doesn't lay flat and it wants to bend up. Any of you who have been knitting a long time, you sometimes have an edging that no matter what you do, it just wants to fold up. So there's a couple techniques that you can do to help minimize that, to help flatten it out. If we look on the other side of this, this half of the ribbing is done the traditional way where I just did the stockinette, and then I just did knit one, purl one, knit one, purl one, knit one, purl one all the way across. This half I've done slightly differently, where the first row of my ribbing, instead of doing knit one, purl one, I did slip one with yarn and back and then purl one, slip one with yarn and back and then purl one. And what that does is it creates a flatter transition as you go from the stockinette to the ribbing. So instead of having a lump right here as you go from the one to the other, you have just a bit of a slope instead. Let me show you what I mean. When I'm going to start my ribbing, and I do this with the seed stitch, I do this with whatever edging I'm going to do to try to minimize it. So our particular ribbing is a knit one, purl one ribbing, all right? So the first stitch, you're going to just slip it as if to purl with the yarn and back. Then you pull the yarn to the front and you purl. Then you put the yarn in the back and you slip it. Yarn in the front and you purl. Yarn in the back and you slip it. Oh, I knit it. Ha! Yarn in the back and slip it. And then pull it front and purl. Pull it to the back and slip. All right, let me show you that holding the yarn in my other hand. So I'm going to, let's see, that's a knit. So I'm going to pull the yarn in front and purl. Put the yarn in the back and slip. Put the yarn in the front and purl. Put the yarn in the back and slip. Purl. Slip. And you're going to do that all the way across. Now the way it looks like just a knit one, purl one ribbing. On the inside, where you're doing that slip stitch, you just carry that yarn off on the inside, but you can barely even see that extra loop. And in fact, if we look on the inside of the first half, all right, this is the half where I slipped it. This is the half where I knit one, purl one, and you can't see any difference there at all. That slip stitch does not show up at all where you're pulling the yarn along the back. You would do the same technique if you were doing knit two, purl two. So if I wanted to do knit two, purl two, I would slip two stitches, then I would purl two stitches, then I would slip two stitches, purl two stitches, slip two, purl two. So again, from the front, it just looks like a 2x2 ribbing. On the inside, where you're doing the carrying, where you're slipping the two, you're carrying this thread along the back. But as you knit, that just gets camouflaged right in with your purl stitches, and you don't see it at all. But by doing that, you create this smoother transition between your stockinette and your edging, and that makes it less likely to fold up on you as you're wearing it. Okay, enjoy.